Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jordan Kearns, and this is Drew Thomas here with your pregame show for the Friday night matchup against the Jefferson Morgan Rockets and the California Trojans. This will be the California Trojans' first home opener, first home game, so it's going to be a big game for them. What do you think about that, Drew?
It's going to be a great matchup between California and Jefferson Morgan. Obviously, it's going to be a great test being in front of their home crowd, home fans.
You know, they haven't had a home game yet. They've always been on the road this entire week, or this entire season as of yet. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what the home crowd has to bring and what challenges they could face at home. Now, this could be good. They could be more energetic with the home crowd because I'm pretty sure there's people that are going to be allowed to the games, which allows obviously crowd noise, which is good for football. But I wonder what the Jefferson Morgan Rockets are going to be coming to this, or what they're going to bring to this game.
I know they like to throw the ball a lot. They like to go after their top receivers, throw it up to them, let them do their thing. And I know one of the biggest strengths from California is their secondary, so that'll be a great test. And especially with our middle linebackers too, getting after the quarterback and hopefully bringing some pressure will be a key factor to Friday night.
And speaking of the California secondary, they are coming into this game with 6 interceptions, 6 fumble recoveries, but the fumble recoveries are obviously the defense in total. But the secondary is doing a very good job holding it down for the pass game in single A. Offense for the Trojans, they obviously are a powerhouse. They don't pass the ball that much, but their running game is off the charts. They're coming into this game with 326.6 rushing yards in only, 4 games?
Three. They're fourth.
And they have 18 total touchdowns. Now, to me, that's a pretty good stat.
Yeah, that's awesome, especially with running back Jaden Zuzak getting involved. You see Addison Pinto get involved in the red zone a little bit too. So, I mean, they can really run the ball. They run with a lot of force, and they're very fast too.
And now Jaden being a senior this year, I'm actually interested to see how their game is going to be affected next year when they obviously don't have that powerhouse in the backfield. Now, they do have DeWine Stafford, a quarterback, and DeWine Stafford does like to run with the ball, and he is a very good runner.
Yeah, one of the things I noticed about the new leader, DeWine Stafford, in the Trojans offense, he really likes to run the ball. He likes to scramble. He's very limited, though, with throwing the ball because obviously he has Jaden Zuzak at running back, and he can run himself. But if you watch the Avella game and games before that, he's very smart with his decision making. If there's a running back and for a check down, or there's a receiver running slant, he can make that throw, and he likes to take a deep shot every once in a while. So it'll be interesting.
You know, and that's truly what I think makes this California offense so versatile and so deadly. They have a very good shot at winning out the rest of this season. The only competition I really truly think that they have would be Carmichael's, and Carmichael's is a pretty good team as well as us.
Very balanced.
Yeah, they're very balanced. They're beating teams just as we do. So I think that game will be the biggest test we'll have this season, besides playoffs, obviously. But back to their offense.
And one of the things their receivers are really good at is yards after the catch. Like, they can catch the ball at the 40 and go all the way for the touchdown.
Yeah. Now, like we stated before, their rushing game is on point. They have 95 carries through 3 games with 980 yards, which that's pretty good. And they have 10.3 yards a carry and 15 rushing touchdowns. So personally, I'm looking for more of a running game this game, even though I really do think that Trojans need to integrate some pass plays and get the receivers involved in order to
they need
playoffs.
Yeah, and they definitely need to do some more trick plays too. maybe give the ball to the running back and then he'll pitch it to the receiver and he'll run, or even throw it to a guy on a post or corner route. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
All right, so another part of the California offense would be their special teams. Their special teams primarily like kicking, so like PATs and field goals. With a first-year player coming in as a junior, I think he's doing pretty fantastic, if you ask me. He has 11 PATs made in the 3 games, and his PAT percentage is 90%. So he has 11 total kicking points, which is pretty good in my opinion for single A.
He definitely has a leg. He can really kick the ball. All the special teams is like mostly young, so they're getting a great experience and they're showing some promise.
And Connor Vig really does, with this being his first year and playing football since he was small, I really do think he's doing a very good job kicking for them. And he also plays defense at DB. So I mean, he's holding his ground.
Yeah, he's definitely improved from a defensive standpoint playing DB. Had a few rough starts to games, but he certainly picked it up with his tackling and staying with the receiver the entire route. So, I mean, it'll be something to look forward to on the Trojans defense and special teams, obviously, because he has a really good leg on him.
All right, so moving back to the defensive standpoint, who do you think on this California team has been the most versatile, the most impactful?
Without a doubt, Ethan Fike. I mean, he brings a lot of energy. He can get to the quarterback. He runs really fast through the line. I mean, he does it all.
Now, Ethan Fike has 6 solo tackles and 14 assists on the year, which has 20 tackles on the entire year, which is very good through 3 games. He averages 6.7 tackles a game, and he has a sack on the year as well. So, from watching some of the previous games he's played in, he is very aggressive with getting to the offense, the quarterback. He can bust through the line. He can pick up tackles people miss. He is a very impactful player in my opinion.
He reads like what the running back does and all the receivers blocking. He reads all that very well, so he knows exactly where to be and where to go while the play's going on, which is great.
Another pretty good defensive player is Damani Stafford. He plays linebacker as well as Fike, and he has 4 solo tackles and 5 assists on the year, so that makes him have 9 total tackles on the year, which again is pretty good.
Yeah, he hustles. He's aggressive. He wants to hit you. He wants to tackle you, and that's the perfect thing you want out of a middle linebacker.
Welcome to the other side. I live my life like it's my only night. Who you gon' run to in your darkest times? Done running from it, I done made up my mind. I made up my mind. Keep climbing, keep climbing, keep climbing, keep climbing. See no other side. Mama called me on the telly. I knew she been crying, I moved to Atlanta, but listen, I knew I was ready. There ain't nothing that nobody can tell me. Put on a pedal, my drive like a Chevy. Like an umbilical, staying connected. It's for the wit time, I'm spreading the message. Yeah, I ride with my dogs, just like Dr. Doolittle. Just a young and everybody ain't cool with them. Cut from the team, they ain't know what to do with them. Playing kickball, instantly booted them. Had weight, it was all on my chest. Real faith, I gotta invest. We in some dark times, it's a mess. Feeling like Pip and keep the game pressed. I cannot change for nobody. I ain't here to entertain for the lobby. We doing way more than just rapping about it. They treating my brothers like they somebody. Put on for the people who been locked up in that cage, yeah. I can't ever switch up on the one that changed my ways, yeah. This time really ain't a phase, yeah. Where you gon' turn in the rain, yeah. Real peace is all in my veins, yeah. Enough about me. I know the people just wanna be free. I know the one who carry the key. We cannot be who they tell us to be. Never let down, we back on our feet. Welcome to the other side. I live my life like it's my only night. Who you gon' run to in your darkest times? Done running from it, I done made up my mind.
no birds anymore. Both wings are clipped tonight. Right? Hey, it's phenomenal. We finished strong. Proud of you. Yeah, that's a hell of a victory. Okay, we're going to enjoy it. And we got to move on and prep for Jefferson next week.
I heard about a hard to wait on. It's crazy to think in America freedom ain't promised, they saying just wait on. It's easy to say as a white man that it's all okay. Imagine you inside a system that never did love you. What you gonna say? How can we be so blind? This is my time. Speak to the people that think it's okay to see black folk die. What if your son died and they told you, mama don't cry? Listen up off of the lie. Gotta see the other side. God want them all alive. God want them all alive. Other side. I live my life like it's my only night. Who you gon' run to in your darkest times? Done running from it, I done made up my mind. I made up my mind. Keep climbing, keep climbing, keep climbing. I see no other side of the mountain. Keep climbing, keep climbing.
Good evening, I'm Drew Thomas, along with Jordan Kearns, bringing you a Friday night matchup between the California Trojans and the Jefferson Morgan Rockets on a beautiful Friday night as we enter our home opener. And if you're both teams right now, I mean, what's your mindset as you're warming up, getting ready for the game?
As the California Trojans, my mindset would be, all right, let's just get out here and get another win. You know,
Yeah.
keep the winning streak alive. They're 3-0. This is a big section game for them. So if they win, they're obviously still undefeated. And if they lose, that'll hurt them in the section. And if I'm the Jefferson Morgan Rockets, I would be I'd be looking for the upset, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I would have to set up a good game plan to stop California's run-heavy offense. And if I'm California, I mean, you just got to keep hitting it harder each week. I mean, they've gotten so much better each game. They're all on the same page, and as both teams are currently getting ready for the game.
So the California defense has a little bit of a challenge tonight as well with Jonathan Wolf in the backfield.
They do. I know Jeff Morgan has a strong passing game. They like to throw the ball a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of differences between these two teams in single A. And I know Jefferson Morgan has always had a solid line behind their running back, their quarterback.
Oh, yeah. Bunch of big kids, so.
Yes. And California.
So the California defense, I feel like, is going to have a challenge tonight with.
They are going to have a challenge. I know their secondary is going to do their thing, do what they normally do, and just the first quarter, both teams are just going to have to get used to each other, pick each other apart, get a little feel of the momentum of the game.
Yeah.
So it'll be important. Every drive for both teams is very important if either team wants to put the other away early.
So with Jaden Zuzak in the backfield, in the past 3 games he's had, he's rushed for 200-plus yards.
I know, it's very impressive. Not only that, but along with 10 touchdowns in his last 2 games, 5 each. I mean, he does everything the Trojans offense needs him to do.
The kid's an absolute stud in the backfield. I mean, 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's very.
Each of the last 2 games.
Yeah, he's
you know,
very.
That's a pretty good achievement for him.
Yeah, he's very good at extending plays after contact, especially. I mean, even if he catches a ball, he can run after he catches the ball.
For sure. So the California Marching Band will be taking the field now for their pregame show. So we'll get back to you after.
Trojan Marching Band. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? And gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America and honor freedom with the playing of our national anthem by the Trojan Marching Band under the direction of Mr. David Young. Also, please remain standing for the alma mater. The flag is located to the rear of the scoreboard. Let's hear it for your Trojan Marching Band.
All right, and we are back as California and Jefferson Morgan are both getting ready to get on the field and do their normal pregame routine before the game starts. And, I mean, another player I want to talk about on the Trojans offense is Damani Stafford, the new leader, the quarterback.
Yeah.
Very good at running the ball. I mean, he showed it in his last couple of games with his rushing touchdowns. And throws the ball a very little amount of times, but when he does, I mean, it's usually on target, and he completes it and he makes smart decisions as well. I mean, what do you think? What do you see out of him against like teams like Avella, the Mapletowns, and the Bentworths?
Well, when he does throw, he definitely connects with receivers, and he also is very, very quick on his feet, so he's able to get in and out of the pocket, scramble a lot, you know what I mean? So, you know, he's a very versatile quarterback.
Yeah, and he sticks to the game plan as well. I know he has a strong relationship with his coach, so, I mean, he's the perfect fit for that position, especially he has a bunch of good weapons around him at wide receiver, starting with Nathan O'Savage, who has scored touchdowns last week, of course.
He has multiple in the year, I think.
Yeah, when he catches it, he can get yards after the catch as well.
Yeah, for sure. He's also a very quick kid on this team. You know, this Trojans offense is really built around speed. If you think about it, you know, you got Damani Stafford, you got Jaden Zuzak, you got Matt Trunzo out there, you got Ethan Fike, you have Quandre and Nate O'Savage.
Yeah, they've really built their
even Connor Vig. He's a contributor to this offense as well.
They've really built their team around speed. I mean, that's one of their key parts to being a successful football team, is because when they get into open field and find holes, I mean, they're a really hard team to bring down.
When they get open field, they're dangerous. They're a very dangerous team.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you expecting tonight from this game, from both teams, I should say?
Yeah, I expect Jeff Morgan to come out with a lot of energy. Probably blitz the first couple drives.
Yep.
Try and put some pressure on our backfield, especially because, I mean, that's been the highlight of our team so far.
Mm-hmm.
And on offense, I mean, I just expect them to take it one play at a time. I mean, they're going against a very good Trojans defense that has allowed very few points in the last couple games.
Yeah.
I mean, they showed some very good promise. I know they like to pass the ball with Colt Fowler at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a big weapon to their offense.
And, I mean, even with Jonathan Wolf in the backfield, like, he's a big dude. So, you know, the Trojans may have trouble stopping him.
Yeah, I mean, they just have to get used to everything that he likes to do as well as them with what we like to do. I mean, it's going to take some time. But, I mean, that's why football is a long game, 15-minute quarters. So, like, both teams have a chance to, you know, take over.
Yeah, for sure. So, California Trojans coming in, you know, to this game 3-0 undefeated. If you were the Rockets, would you kind of come to this game with a little chip on your shoulder and try to break that win streak? Or
Of course. I mean, it's California's home opener. All three of their wins have been on the road. So you really want to give them a feel that they came here, you know, with every intention to beat them and beat them good.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, California with the same thing. I mean, they want to defend their territory, as well as Jefferson Morgan wants to kick them off their field. So, I mean, it'll be a interesting matchup. I know these teams have had a lot of history in the past. You know, every year they've been like they've been the same section. So, I mean, it's always a good matchup here at Trojan Stadium and at their place.
Yeah, for sure. So I expect this to be a fairly good game tonight, to be honest.
I expect the first half to be back and forth, and then
I feel like one team's going to come out of the locker room with more momentum than the other, and it's just going to be...
Yeah, it's just about the team that wants to win more than the other. I mean,
yeah,
it's two very good teams that have had a good start to the season and has shown promise. As we see Jefferson Morgan put up 40 points on Bentworth last week and a close win, as we put up 27. But, I mean, our defense really stood out for us.
Oh, yeah. So that's what I really think that's what's going to make this a close game is defense.
Yeah, especially with Jeff Morgan always having a good defensive line.
Yeah.
And we have a new defensive line that is still getting used to a lot of
they're young.
A lot of play. But, I mean, they've really improved and shown that they really want to be out on the field and helping the Trojans.
The thing about it is, you know, on the California defense, you have people like Ethan Fike who just have this mentality that, like, always got to be on the ball, you know what I mean? Which is a good mentality to have, because that kid has 20 tackles in the year already.
Yeah, he brings so much energy to California's defense with, I mean, he's very good at reading the ball. He can break through defenders and make a hard tackle.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen some big hits from him.
Yeah, the past couple games I've seen him get to the quarterback and take him down pretty hard. So
yeah, and every hit like that can either increase your momentum or it can just go the other way just like that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that could give the other team momentum.
Yeah, that's the great thing about both these teams being strong and physical with one another.
Yeah, for sure. I think I truly do think Jaden Zuzak's going to be a very valuable weapon to the Trojans tonight.
I expect a very big game out of him, along with the Trojans' offensive line. As you know, they've created holes for him, and they've allowed him to get past and break defenders, and they've given him room to get an open field.
Yeah, for sure. I'm also interested to see how Jeff Morgan offense is going to operate too.
Yeah, I think they're going to go after a certain amount. Like, they're going to go after one of our defenders at first, and then they'll change it up at times. Like, just to like keep their offense moving, keep moving the ball. I mean, that's one of their biggest strengths is moving the ball well on offense.
Yeah,
and I'm interested to see their defense trying to contain Damani Stafford, because we know he likes to scramble and roll out left and right and run up the middle. So I'm interested to see Jefferson Morgan trying to keep up with them.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got Damani Stafford, a quarterback, again, very, very, very quick, and he can get moving fairly quickly too, and so can Zuzak. And Zuzak already has like 600 yards rushed on the year through 3 games.
Yeah, it's always a tough task when you have two dominant and players in the backfield that can run very well.
And the Trojans as a whole, they average like 326 rushing yards a game, which is very good.
Yeah, and even though they've only been in the red zone like a very small amount of times, because most of their touchdowns are from way back in the field. I know they like to go to the fullbacks a lot. Addison Panapinto, we saw him get some touches in the red zone against Mapletown, of course.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go over to announcer John DeFlippo.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field our visiting team, the Jeff Morgan Rockets. The Rockets head coach is Aaron Giorgi. He's assisted by Brent Baker, Dave DeVecca, Brandon Pelosi, Troy Barnhart, Dennis Garrett, and Tim Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready, make some noise. Put your hands together And let's welcome to the field your 2020 California Trojans. Head coach for the Trojans is Ed Woods. He's assisted by Royce Sofrin, Zach Kiefer, Vaughn Braddock, Tim Kiefer, Alex Braddock, Will Pierce, John Burkowski, Alex Shishura, and statistician and athletic director Ray Huffman. California Principal Mrs. Leanne Fulmer and Superintendent Dr. Laura Jacob. Officials for tonight's game: referee Todd McCollum, umpire Jim Shahan, head linesman Jim Sapeski, line judge Joseph Bonifed, field judge William Jones, and side judge Dominic Zavosky.
For the coin toss, California's won the toss and will receive at the open end of the field.
All right, so California has elected to receive the ball first, which means they will be kicking off at halftime. So, I mean, a lot of confidence wanting the ball first and to get down the field and hopefully make it a big return. What do you expect?
They really want to set the tone quick here in this game.
For sure.
And I think they will, to be honest with you. You know, with their offense, I actually do think they will set the tone very quickly.
They're all pumped up, ready to go. As they're getting ready right now, as you see them in a huddle.
You know what I mean? It's their home opener. They need to set the tone quick, you know?
For sure. Give the crowd a taste of, you know, the tone of the game, pretty much.
Yeah. So I think that they're gonna give the ball to Jaden a lot this first drive. Get him going up the field.
Yeah, I think they're gonna run the ball. And as long as they keep getting big yards out of it, like at least every other play, then, I mean, it could be dangerous for the Jefferson Morgan Rockets throughout the first drive and maybe more. But, I mean, we'll see their defense coming out right now.
I wonder if they're going to pass that. I wonder if the Trojans are going to have some pass in there. So we have Quandre Porter, Jaden Zuzak, and Nato Savage back deep to receive. And number 27, Ethan Crow, or Owen Madich, I apologize. So, three of the fastest kids on the team deep back to start the game here.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Very dangerous. So there's the kick.
As the kick is underway.
Jaden Zuzak receives.
Gets to 25, gets to 30. And gets some extra yards after contact.
Yeah,
I mean, it took about 4 of the defenders to bring him down as he gets to about the 36.
So California has some good field position to start the game here.
Yeah, it's very important as their offense comes onto the field. And Jefferson Morgan's defense looks ready as they will line up and the ball will be placed. Damani Stafford in the shotgun formation.
This is new.
2 running backs in the backfield. Handoff.
Hand up to Zuzak.
And he gets more yards, and he is loose.
He is in open field. Second play of the game.
Going all the way.
Jaden Zuzak finds a hole and takes it home.
Another touchdown for California. The first play of the game as they did it last week with that Stafford run.
Yeah, for sure.
When he got to the outside.
Well, that's setting the tone, I'd say.
I mean, yeah, that was very expected for him to have come out and run as hard as fast as he could. And I think, give the line credit. I mean, the middle was wide open.
They opened that hole up. And here's
For
Connor
sure.
Big to attempt the extra point here. Bad snap, and Connor has to take the ball down. So had a great run, but a
great run.
rough start.
Rough point
for the
after.
PAT team, or the kicking team here. So
6-0 California. And yeah, they still.
Yeah, there's still a lot of game left, but that was a very good way to start this game there.
Yeah, they have complete control of the start. I mean, I think if you're California, you really need us to get a stop here.
So as the California defense prepares to take the field, you know, their offense, first play the last 2 games, they take one in for 6.
And yeah, that was some very great blocking.
You know, that was about a 60-yard run from Jaden Zuzak there.
Yeah, everyone was playing together on that play.
Yeah. You know, the line made a good hole for him.
As Connor Vig will get ready for the kickoff.
So now Connor Vig, you know, first-year player, he has pretty good leg on him.
For sure. As he kicks it to the middle of the field, squib, and it is taken back.
Taken
by number 3, puts a couple spin moves on him. That is Kevin Teagarden on the return.
That's a great return there. You know, that gives them very good field position to start
he was
here.
wrapped up, then he did a couple spin moves and then kept going. And now
I thought he was going to get free and return it all the way.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fast runner right there, but I mean, he ran into the Trojans.
So I'm interested to see what Jonathan Wolf is going to do here, you know. There's a handoff to him.
So he will get wrapped up after a short gain.
And the Rockets' starting quarterback tonight is Colt Flower. So, you know, big kid. He's 6'4", 185.
Yeah, and I think one of his biggest advantages is that he can see more over the line.
Oh, yeah.
And read the defense very well.
Another handoff to Wolf. He gains some yards.
Gets
from
tackled
that.
by Ethan Fike. Quandre Porter also got in there after a gain of about 5.
So, you know, the Trojans offense came firing all cylinders, and it looks like the Rockets are doing just the same here.
I mean, yeah, they're setting the tone. These first few plays showing Jefferson Morgan that they came to play. There's another handoff to Wolf.
Wolf finds the outside, and that's a touchdown for the Rockets.
Free.
So, you know, first 2 drives of the game are touchdowns, and Jefferson Morgan obviously responds fairly quickly to Jaden Zuzak's 60-yard run.
Yeah, it's a tie game. I mean, they have a chance to take the lead as California will get the ball back here in a little bit.
Looks like they're going for 2.
And they are going to go for 2 here. Standard formation, handoff. And a big pile there at midfield.
And Ethan Fike came up with the football, but
the play is blown dead. And the Trojans will stop. It remains a 6-6 score.
So coming into this game, we knew Jonathan Wolf would be a threat to the Trojan defense here. And that just proved it right there. You know, first drive of the game for the Rockets, and one's taken in for 6.
I mean, yeah, just great awareness there, obviously, by Wolf on those big runs that he had. Because the Trojans' offense is going to have to respond to 2 quick drives there that both resulted in touchdowns.
You know, within 5 minutes of the start of the game, there's already been 2 touchdowns. So
it's possible we could be seeing a high-scoring game.
oh yeah, for sure.
As both teams have a bunch of
And it's kicked to Quandre Porter.
skilled players. As Hill bring it back, cut to the middle, breaks a tackle. It'll be wrapped up about the 33-yard line after a pretty big gain of about like 15.
Yeah, so just about the same places they started last time. So let's see if the Rockets defense can regroup from what happened at about this yardage.
It's going to be a
last
challenge.
Drive for the
yeah, rough task for Jefferson Morgan. I think they just all have to, be more physical.
Yeah.
And,
they
run
can't
with
give up
more.
Those holes as easy as it did on the first drive.
Fight than they did on the first drive. Damani Stafford will fake the handoff and run up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Still on his feet. And we'll be wrapped up.
And the play is called dead at about no gain.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe a gain of 1.
Yep. 1 yard on that play. Because he did get pushed back after he did get the yard at the start of the play. And he was still in bounds, so
yeah,
it will be second down for California. As now he's in standard formation with Zuzak in the backfield.
Handoff to Zuzak.
Handoff. Breaks a tackle.
Breaks a few tackles.
Breaks another tackle. Still on his feet.
And he's taken down for about no gain once again. So it looks like the Rockets defense is really starting to step up here.
Yeah, and Owen Maddish got in there. Very tall and great ability there on the tackle. As we'll have third down, I mean, the Trojans really need something big here. I mean, Jeff Morgan's defense is coming out strong and given everything that they have, as Stafford will be in standard formation with 2 backs in the backfield. It'll be QB sneak up the middle, still going, and runs into.
So this brings up 4th down for the Trojans here.
The linebackers at the line.
As the punt team comes out on the field. Like we've said, Connor Vig does have a leg on him, so I'm wondering where he's going to put this ball.
He could probably try and punt it as far as he can, obviously, but at the same time probably try and get it out of bounds. As he goes up the middle, kicks it to
the 35. So pretty good kick, and that's
close to Colt Fowler.
And the ball ends on the 31.
Picked up by number 50, Seth Rarica.
So that's where the Rockets are going to set up shop now for another offensive drive.
I mean, yeah, that was a great stop there for Jefferson Morgan. I mean, they needed that to give their offense more confidence as they're getting ready.
So Colt Fowler likes to be in the shotgun position here. And there's the keeper. Runs to the outside.
Run on a QB draw, breaks a few tackles and still on his feet.
That's a pretty good run. So
yeah, he took 2 defenders with him at the same time.
Yeah, so he looks to be a strong runner as well as Wolf. That their backfield is pretty deadly as well as the Trojans.
Yeah, and that was great blocking there by number 83, Caden Maskill.
There's the handoff to Wolf again.
And he will be stopped after a decent gain of about 3 or 4 yards right there.
Handoff to Jonathan Wolf. And
Matt Tronja and Jaden Zuzak there on the tackle.
Second down and 6.
So do you think the band being here is going to provide a different type of feeling for those players on the field, because the band's always playing, you know what I mean? So
yeah, it's a great way to get the players fired up, and just a great for the culture of Trojan Stadium. Jane Zuzak on there with another tackle.
So the Trojans are now hunting. If they win out the rest of this season, they're hunting for their home playoff game.
I know they did that a few years ago, and it was probably one of the biggest events for football in recent memory. I mean, that was a huge game for California as they had a couple blowout wins,
and there's Wolf for the first
in
down.
That playoffs. Ethan Fike will bring him down at about the 48-yard line, 49.
Now, I can't remember, Drew. Who did the Trojans play that year with their home playoff game?
I know they beat Union. I'm pretty sure they played Bishop Canavan as well.
And there's Colt Fowler taking down in the backfield.
Two very good, two powerhouse teams that, I mean, obviously back then they were the top dogs for some time. And they ran into Amani Christian.
Yeah.
Beating them in the regular season and just coming up a little short.
Only by a few points, too.
In the game before the
semifinals
championship.
Yeah.
That Jeanette obviously won by 1 point over Amani Christian in 2017. Another handoff and a big tackle there
by Seth Rarica.
Yeah, he did a great
job.
Seth
Rarica flew around there and ended up taking him down.
Just a great job getting to the line quick and shedding the block very well. So the Trojans last 2 years, I mean, they ran into some tough teams. Obviously Cornell, with that ending in a close game, one-score game. And the year before that, I mean, Clareton, I mean, they kept it close with them all game. And
as Colt there's that, and
a few mistakes broken up by Nathan O'Savage.
That was a good ball by Colt Fowler there.
Yeah, it was a great ball.
That was deep.
That was a great ball. I mean, pretty much right to him. I mean, just a huge stop there by Nathan Savage to bat the ball down and possibly save another score for Jefferson Morgan.
Yeah.
Which now we're in fourth down instead. So
yeah. So last year against Cornell, the Trojans came up just a little bit short. I'm pretty sure they lost by only 5, which hurt a lot because to some people and a big hit there. Quandre Porter caught the ball out of the air and a big hit by, it looked like Colt Fowler. I apologize. That was a big hit there. But anyway, they lost by 5, and it seemed to be by some bad calls or some missed calls.
For sure, towards the ending as the clock continued to run. I mean, that was just very emotional game for California as they came out, obviously losing Cochise Ryan in, I think, the second or third quarter, which, I mean, they continue to play well with Lucas Kwok at quarterback, scoring some touchdowns, but
Cochise was just a big part of the team last year.
Yeah, that was just an all-around great senior class for California.
They had Cochise in there. They had Malik Ramsey.
Yeah, Mason Watkins, Nathan Galletti, and Sam Thomas all on the line. Damian Simiak
and Lucas Kwok
all holding down the middle.
That's Damani Stafford sets up under center.
I mean, that team is just
hand up to Zuzak. Zuzak finds
really
space, and he's taking it.
And he will go all the way
for another Trojan touchdown.
Touchdown, California, running between two defenders late on the play.
Jaden Zuzak.
As Matt Trunzo will come to greet him. See, 72 yards again. I mean, just all big runs for touchdowns for if you're California.
That kid can find holes and create space, and when he does,
I mean, yeah,
he's gone.
Yeah, he's very hard to.
Looks like they're going to be going for two here to catch up from that bad snap, the first touchdown they had. Damani Stafford takes it. He's looking to pass.
And the ball is almost intercepted as it is incomplete. 12-6 ball game with about 2 minutes and 48 seconds left in the first quarter. So, I mean, great way to start a home opener. What are your thoughts?
Both teams have stops and both teams have touchdowns. It's just about finding that hole. Now, Jaden Zuzak already has over 100 yards rushing.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
which for the first quarter is outstanding.
As he's currently catching a breath and drinking water, as he should. I mean,
Trojans he's a big ass on this Trojan offense here.
Looking very good after the first two drives is California. First three, I mean, first and third. I mean, second they struggled, but I mean, that's obviously going to happen. A few drives, I mean.
And here's Connor Big with the kickoff.
Football is a game of runs, just like basketball, as the kick is taken back.
Number 50, Seth Rarica, flings him down to the ground by his jersey there. So the Rockets are going to set up shop at the 30-yard line here. I'm expecting a lot more pass game from them. You know, that ball was deep that they had, and it seemed to just fall out of the kid's hands. So
for sure, they look well. I mean, they seem to have been running some great routes, getting open, and obviously some great balls through that last drive, as they will hand off to number 20, Dalton Heath.
So that's a new part of the offense that we have yet to see in this game, and that is Dalton Heath coming into the mix.
Yeah, I mean, all these teams in single A a lot that we've seen in the past, I mean, they always have their X factors.
There's Jonathan Wolf with the carry.
As Jonathan Wolf will take it and get a first down.
Yes, so each team in single A football always has some like secret weapon. Even in high school football in general, you know what I mean? There's always that one secret weapon on each
underrated,
team. Yeah,
of course.
Underrated. Where, you know, they're not used all the time in the offense, but when they do touch the ball, it's usually a big contributor. You know what I mean?
For sure, that's one of those things that you know, when you need a player to step up big, I mean, it's great for your team. As Colt Fowler will run and
slide out of bounds,
extend the play. As Anthony Hadchess got in there to trip him.
Colt Fowler looks like he's going to do some damage tonight if he keeps up what he's doing.
I mean, yeah, he's fighting for every yard. You see him dive as soon as a defender will try and tackle him.
This Rockets team is really putting up a game with the Trojans here in the first quarter. As time winds down with about 50 seconds left.
Shotgun formation. Fumble on the play. As they are fighting for it.
And Cal picks the ball back up.
A fumble on the handoff. Just dropped it.
Ethan Fike comes up with another fumble.
That's what you like to see. I mean, plays like that will just turn the game into a different direction.
Ethan Fike isn't scared to get hit or anything. He's all over the ball all the time.
Yeah,
you know
he
what I mean?
wants the contact. He wants to get after.
That's a great way to get in there and
run
and get the ball back for the Trojans here at the end of the first quarter. Now let's see if the Trojans can score with Zuzak in the backfield here.
Stafford standard formation. Another handoff to Zuzak creates some space.
He's taken down for about a gain of 7. So time's still ticking.
And that's just a big stop right there for California. And a touchdown here could really help to
they could really start
take even more control of this ball game.
Yeah, it could start opening the game up.
For sure. As the first quarter winds down, probably about one more play.
Zuzak gets the
handoff to Zuzak.
Finds space.
Beats one guy, beats another guy.
And he is in the end zone at the end of the first quarter as time winds down. Zuzak finds the end zone once again. That's 3 1/4. Zuzak's going to have himself a game.
Just tremendous speed right there. I mean, he was still running, and there were 2 safeties that were way in front of him, and he just ran right past him, and it almost looks effortless right there. California will go
for 2 here.
Fake the handoff.
Pass is incomplete, a little too far for the reach of Quandre Porter there. But the end of the first quarter, Drew, is with Jaden Zuzak with 3 touchdowns. You know what I mean? Like he's going to have himself a game.
I agree.
He's nearing, or maybe already above 160.
For sure. 3 touchdowns in 1 quarter. I mean, come on. I mean, California just needs to keep doing what they've been doing so far. As they got that big defensive stop after Jeff Morgan's been putting up some good drives there. As Jeff Morgan had that big touchdown and a defensive stop, but I mean, California has just answered in every single way possible.
You know, it almost seemed like it fueled California. You know, just added fuel to the fire. You know, because Jeff Morgan scored on their first drive and then have been shut down since. Now, Colt Fowler with that good run, and then it just drops the handoff to Jonathan Wolf.
Yeah, it was just probably just a little bit of miscommunication on that play as he got the ball, and I mean, as the Trojans defense dove for it faster than the Jefferson Morgan's offense did.
But that's really gonna hurt the Trojans here, or the Rockets.
Definitely, as they are ready to return a ball. I mean, if you're Jeff Morgan, you need a big drive right here to get yourself back into the first half. As the kick is taken back by number 18, Ewing Jamison, as he gets a pretty good gain. Good field position for the Rockets.
You know, they started about
Showalk getting in there on the tackle. That's his first.
See, Fike's all over the field tonight.
Yeah, he's helping, contributing every way he possibly could.
Yeah. Now, the Rockets are going to sit up here at about the 31-yard line and are looking to get redemption for those 2 touchdowns that Zuzak brought in.
Very important drive here. If you're Jeff Morgan, you just got to take it one play at a time and get as far as you can downfield to at least make it hard for California.
Fowler with the keeper.
Seth Rarica gets to him and pressures him, and Anthony Haschetz ends up getting in there. Just a tremendous pass rush there if you're
the Trojans are all over it. The Trojans can read defenses or offenses very well, and they're all over it. They've given up some yards, but you watch, and most of the time they are all over every run. Like here,
all in all, as Connor Vig will pressure Jefferson Morgan's. And good coverage there by Connor Vig. I mean, the receiver ran past him, and he just stayed with him on the play.
Now, Owen Matic and Connor Vig are a little bit of a mismatch here. Owen Matic is 6'5", 190, and Connor Vig is 5'7", 152. So
as they will match up again. Another play as he will motion out, fake the handoff. Another pass, and it's intercepted by Jaden Zuzak. That's just poor decision making there.
That pass was intended for Dalton Heath.
If you're Jeff Morgan,
Jaden Zuzak was heavy on coverage there, and it seemed to be Colt Fowler. He tried to throw the ball when he was going down.
Yeah, that ball seemed to just have been forced.
Yeah.
To double coverage. I mean, it's good of him to get rid of the ball. Quickly. I mean, that's one of the good things about him is he can get rid of the ball real quickly. It's just sometimes it can end.
So Jeff Morgan calls timeout to kind of regroup and try to come up with a defensive plan here to contain the Trojans. This wound just seems to be getting bigger and bigger here, and
they're just digging themselves a deeper hole with about 10 minutes and 53 seconds left in the second quarter.
The last 2 offensive drives from the Rockets ended up in turnovers.
But they, at the same time, they seem to be hanging in there.
Yeah, they do.
As they're, pumping each other up, letting each other know that, they can keep up with California as long as they do everything they're supposed to do on each play.
So as Damani Stafford lines up in shotgun. Fakes a handoff to Zuzak, and he's taken down for a loss. And he was taken down by Logan Rhodes. So Zuzak seems to be working for him.
For sure. I mean, giving the ball to him can help you whenever you look to be in a rough spot. On downs. And even when you get loss of yards on the play, is Anthony Haschetz at the bottom of your screen.
He's looking to pass.
To throw. And wide open is Matt Trunzo. Just missed him.
And it looks like Stafford threw a little bit behind him, too.
Yeah, a little bit just out of reach. But, that was a good play design. Found open receiver.
I think Stafford may have just tried to rush the throw a little too much.
Yeah, and we'll see them try and keep their game up. If you're California right now, the drive's never over until Jeff Morgan gets the ball because any big play helps.
So California here on 3rd down with 2 runners in the backfield.
Shock standard formation. Hand off to Zuzak. Breaks the defender. as he is tripped up.
So it's 4th down. They're about 9 yards from a first down. And here comes Connor Vig for the punt.
And if I'm California, it's definitely a smart decision to punt right now with a comfortable lead. I mean, so far, I mean, obviously you want to keep trying and building on that lead, but yeah, just reset, punt the ball, and come out with a good defensive game plan as they have so far.
Yeah, so
after a shaky first drive on defense.
And if I was the Trojans, I wouldn't be overly worried about it to begin with.
This punt will be in the end zone. And Jefferson Morgan will get the ball at the 25-yard line.
So, like I was saying, if I was the Trojans, I wouldn't be too worried about turning the ball over. You know, now that the score is 18-6. You know, they're up 2. You know, they're up 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, bringing the pressure to JM's backfield has seemed to have been working so far.
Yeah.
As Jeff Morgan's shotgun formation, handoff to number 33, Jonathan Wolf.
So Jonathan Wolf is having himself a game too.
I mean, yeah, good first couple drives, but I mean, lately it seems that California seemed to have figured him out in terms of the inside runs. And
you got Donovan Davis on that tackle too.
Yeah, if you're Jeff Morgan's offense, you just need to give him more opportunities to get downfield.
I think Jeff Morgan has the right idea with trying to pass the ball on the Trojans, but I think the Trojans secondary is just too good.
Yeah.
Colt Fowler with the keeper. He's taken down, and there's a flag on the field. And we're going to get onto the field to referee Todd McCollum for the call.
Flag on the play.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty for the slaughter foul. Repeat first down.
So holding on the offense there.
Yeah, that's a big break for California. I mean, as they were already playing good that drive. I mean,
for sure.
Things are just keep going uphill for the defense. As Matt Trunzo got in there on the sack.
Mm-hmm. And Colt Fowler with a big pass, and he's in a big run, taken out of bounds at the 10-yard line by Nato Savage. So
single coverage with cornerback Connor Vig there. I mean, seemed to stay with him on the play. I mean, that was just a good ball.
Yeah.
Well placed. I mean, all the receiver had to do was just turn for it.
That was their 6'5" senior, Owen Maddock. So I think they do have the right idea with the pass play there.
For sure. I mean,
hand off to Wolf.
Their quarterback, Colt Fowler, has a very strong arm.
Yeah.
And when he's given enough time to throw, it can also be accurate. And that was just a great decision, great throw. And obviously, so far, making up for that interception earlier.
Yeah, now Fowler actually did underthrow it just a little bit, but Maddock actually caught up to it.
Yeah, he was given enough time to react.
Yeah.
As
Fowler with the keeper.
It ended up getting to about the
and taken out of bounds for about no gain. So
yard line.
Trojans defense is stepping up here in the red zone with about 6 minutes left in the first half.
They've had some great red zone performances throughout these last couple games. And I mean, they're just continuing that hot streak they have, making it hard for the offense to find room to run.
Jeff Morgan's about 13 yards from another score here. If you were Jeff Morgan, what would you be trying to do to get in, to make sure you get in the end zone before half?
I'd probably run some short pass plays, maybe some slants or some out routes.
It looks like they're passing
just to give
here.
yourself some room.
And there's a flag on the play. That looks like it's going to be pass interference. We're going to go onto the field for the call.
Pass interference. Defense. After this is a goal, repeats it down.
So it's pass interference there. That kills the Trojans, and that puts the Rockets even closer.
Still hope there as they get some yards. But, I mean, California's defense, I mean, it's very hard to get past them if you're in the red zone with them. And, I mean,
so it seemed like Nato Savage kind of just like ran into a match there.
Yeah, that looked a bit accidental as
now,
Jeff Morgan come back out.
I will say, Nato Savage only being 6'2", going up against some kid who's 6'5", yeah, that's a little bit of a mismatch there. I will say it's not as bad as the Connor Vig mismatch, but it's still a mismatch. It's going to be hard to guard a kid who's 6'5". So it's either you give up that touchdown or, I mean, you get a flag.
Yeah, and of course, one of the biggest strengths a cornerback can have going up against a tall receiver is making him look open if they stop the route. And once the quarterback throws it, they can just get there with a quick reaction and turn that play around.
Yeah.
Jeff Morgan will go for it here.
There's a pass. Oh, tipped up.
Tipped up, and it will hit the ground.
So it looked like it was intended there for.
Pass is complete. Turnover on downs.
It's great for California. I mean,
yeah,
you gave up, even though you gave up that, like, around 80 yards on one play. I mean, they really stepped up, and they showed that they're really built for those moments.
So the Trojans' offense take over on their own 5.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they can get a big play out here.
I have no doubt in my mind Jaden Zuzak can take it the length of the field here.
He can score whenever he wants to. I mean, as long as the play goes
he gets
right.
The handoff in. There he goes.
There he goes.
Jaden Zuzak finds open field.
He's at the 40, 45, 50. Going all the way.
Jaden Zuzak takes it the length of the field for number 4 on the night. It's a 95-yard run for Zuzak there.
Unbelievable.
With that, I think he's surpassed 200.
Easily.
Easily, yeah. He might be up in 220.
In the state.
Jaden might be up in about 260 at this point.
For sure.
Jaden Zuzak is going to have himself a game tonight. And Connor Vig has taken the field there for the extra point.
Cole Wolpink will hold the ball for Connor Vig as the kick is up, and it is good.
And it's Connor Vig being a first year, and
California
he's doing very good.
Will take a 25-6 lead
Very demanding. Very demanding.
Yeah, they keep building off of their last drives, it seems, and they're fixing all of their very few mistakes that they've made.
You know, I think it's funny how I mentioned that how I have no doubt in my mind Jaden Zuzak can take the length of the
Yeah, he
field.
can score whenever he wants to,
And
as long as the play goes
the next
right.
play, he takes the length of the field.
Yeah. And just great help around him, too.
Yeah.
All the blocking by Quandre Porter, of course, as he broke out to the left on that touchdown run.
Yeah, for sure. We want to say thank you to all you guys who were tuned in here tonight for the California versus Jefferson Morgan game. It's been a good one so far. With Jaden Zuzak, he's up there with yards. He's about 250, 260. And it's not even the second half yet. He has 4 touchdowns in the first half. So I think Jaden Zuzak can at least put two or three more up on the board if he wanted to.
Even more. I mean, the sky's the limit at this point in the game. I mean,
You know,
they can put the
Like
score as
we've
high up
mentioned-
as they want to.
like we've mentioned before, in his past 2 games, he's had 5 touchdowns in each.
Yeah. If they keep figuring out
You think he'll get 5 this game?
Jefferson Morgan's return, and I do. I think he's already at 4. I think he could get.
He's at 4 in the first half.
I think he could get at least 7 if things keep going right, and he keeps running.
Yeah.
With all the energy that he has. I mean,
I think Jaden Zuzak has a very good chance at putting up great numbers tonight.
just a great talent and a perfect fit for California's offense.
Yeah, he works perfect in this offense. As Colt Fowler's in shotgun. Keeps it, he finds he
Fumble!
fumbles.
Recovered by Quandre Porter. It looked like he just dropped it there.
Yeah, he did.
Quandre was really close to him, but
It's either that or he got punched out.
yeah. And he
So-
just dives right on it. Perfect awareness.
The Rockets are really starting to fall apart here at the end of the first half.
Yeah.
They still have a whole other half of football to play.
Yep. Everything's just going wrong right now, but I mean,
They're just turning the ball over on silly stuff.
they've made good plays on the special teams, especially getting good field position. It's just the Trojans defense has figured them out so far and is capitalizing as Stafford is in shotgun formation. Will take the snap, roll out right, gets a big gain, still going, and gets
Stafford's-
to about the 13-yard line of Jefferson Morgan.
So it was a great run there by Damani Stafford. As we mentioned, he's another big runner on this team.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more from him as he has a fresh set of downs for California now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I expect Stafford to keep getting more involved
Yeah.
as the game goes on.
So they're set up right now at Jeff Morgan's 12.
Another shotgun formation, 4 wide. Fake the handoff right up the middle.
Keeps it.
Still going, still on his feet. Gets his helmet knocked off.
And there's a flag on the play as Damani Stafford's helmet comes flying off.
And yeah, that's what I like to see out of the new leader in the offense. Just running with everything he can do to stand up.
As we get out into the field now, Todd McCollum's going to give us a call here.
Personal foul, defense. Targeting the head, half the distance to the goal.
So calls targeting there for defense.
Yeah, and that'll give the Trojans a
Yeah, that'll.
great spot of the ball.
I hope Damani Stafford's all right down there because I definitely heard a helmet to helmet right.
He looks
through
okay.
there.
He got up fine, and we'll see if the Trojans can punch it in real quick. As the clock is stopped. Standard formation. QB sneak right up the middle as soon as he got the ball.
And Stafford's taken down. So
marked a little bit short, but obviously that helps the Trojans with as he gets to the 1 yard line. That'll bring up second down.
Second and goal.
So the Trojans are about 2 yards from their touchdown here. There's a handoff
Another
to
handoff to Zuzak, and he
powers
will get
his
in.
way in with another touchdown from Jaden Zuzak. That's 5 on the night in the first half.
Just great execution there for the Trojans on each drive. They've just, I mean, they've seemed to have taken it more to the house like each time. But
and that's what I mean when I say he's a powerful runner. He just powered through that. He got through that line. He pushed himself through that line.
Yeah, that was probably our best all-around drive. I mean, it took us a lot of plays, but I mean, we capitalized and we executed very well. As Connor Vig will get the extra point, and that is good. A good hold by Cole Wolpink, and the Trojans will take a 32-6 lead.
So Connor Vig is doing very well out there as well.
He is putting on a show.
So now the score going with about 3 minutes left in the first half is 32-6 Trojans, with Jaden Zuzak leading the way, I would say, by far.
It's starting to turn into a blowout.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're Jefferson Morgan, you need to find a way to get yourself momentum going in the first half. One play at a time, do something different, like every play basically.
Mm-hmm. They need to get into the locker room and get a game plan to contain Jaden Zuzak, because nothing seems to be working.
Yeah,
at this point.
And of course, Colt Fowler has had a big game so far. A good game,
Jefferson Morgan
holding his ground, but just a few mistakes for him and Jonathan Wolf. As
Jefferson
well.
Morgan offense has been, or the defense, I apologize, has been on this field most of this quarter. And a big
hit right there
by Seth Rarica
on number 18, Ewing Jamison, for the return. Gets a gain.
Seth Rarica. He was really going after that kid there.
As California's defense will come back on to the field.
So the California defense has been doing spectacular this game. They've been really holding their ground. They've gotten a lot of recoveries, and there's a
pitch right there.
And he finds space.
Owen Matic. Nathan O'Savage is close and hits him out of bounds. That was huge right there.
That's a great way to recover if you're Nathan O'Savage there and really cover for the defense.
Great run, great play, great touch pass. Just the whole offense did a good job there.
Yeah, that was a very nice, smart play from Jeff Morgan there. That got him a lot of yards. Of
course.
And they're sitting at about the 25 around there.
The defense just never gave up. I mean, obviously Nathan O'Savage making a great hustle play and saving a score for Jefferson Morgan.
Personal foul. Defense number 3. Necessary to get away from the play. Half the distance to the goal line to the end of the run. First down.
So Quandre Porter there with an unnecessary hit.
As that will bring Jefferson Morgan halfway closer to the goal line. It's just Yeah, that's just an unnecessary mistake if you're California, and you just need to recover from that. I mean,
that's a big mistake there if you're California, as they call a timeout to regroup. So that's a big mistake there.
Yeah, and I mean, if it helps California, try harder on as they're close to the red zone, then I mean that's huge.
Yeah.
For California, as they can put the game away very shortly if they keep their performance going.
So Jeff Morgan had a burst of life there, They showed a little bit of life. So you think they're going to translate that in the next half?
Yeah, they just have more to do. Finish off this drive and, just go from there.
I think the Trojans need to get a stop here. I mean, they don't need to. It'd probably be nice going into half, though, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, there's still 3 minutes left. There's still enough time for both teams to make some big plays as they've done throughout the game.
Now, the Trojans in their offense have really been showing out today. In particular, Jaden Zuzak, with
another five
touchdowns
already,
and he's probably nearing 300 yards at this point. There's the Jeff Morgan touchdown. But there looks like to be that is not a touchdown. I apologize. There's a flag on the play. And here's head referee Todd McCollum for the call.
Holding. Offense, number 44. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeating first down.
So that is a big killer to Jeff Morgan's momentum there.
For sure. And, obviously they need big plays either way. So I think if you're Jeff Morgan, you want to throw the ball, take a shot at the end zone right here as he will drop back. And the ball is off the hands and will fall incomplete.
Their pass game is struggling. Their passes seem to be okay, but receivers aren't catching them.
Yeah, I feel like their defenders are just getting closer to them as pass goes off, and it throws them off a little.
Yeah, it's almost like the receivers are starting to get scared. Second down. As the defender approaches.
That'll bring up second down and long.
So the Rockets were pretty close to a touchdown here. Now that 10-yard penalty really killed them.
Shotgun formation, motions out. Fumble goes all the way back to the 40. We'll go to the 45. Diving on it is California. Recovered by
California. Anthony Haschetz.
Bad snap right there.
That snap was launched.
Yeah, and they have been snapping good all game until right there.
I don't know what happened there. That was launched over his head.
Maybe just a missed timing or,
maybe too many push-ups.
Yeah.
So now the Trojans are setting up shop at about the 47-yard line here. Now let's see if Jaden Zuzak can get a touchdown.
Six
touchdowns in the first
half.
Damani Stafford keeps it.
Bobbles it, but keeps it, and he'll go all
finds
the way.
Space along the sideline.
Out to the outside.
And that's a touchdown for the Trojans.
Breaking another Jefferson Morgan defender.
So California's really just taking advantage of all these Jeff Morgan errors.
Yeah, great job there by Damani Stafford. Just a great run. Great job recognizing the open field he had. Obviously, when he had one man to beat, he took advantage of it.
Yeah, and
moved very well.
Quandre Porter got a penalty. It was an unnecessary hit, and it almost seemed to not even affect anything.
Not at all.
Because that snap was just launched.
Fueled the Trojans even more. I mean,
PAT is good by Connor.
If anything goes wrong for California, I mean, they just want to respond with.
Yeah, they respond with
more anger.
Yeah.
And like they need to do.
No,
it
the score comes
right
to
here.
39-6, and it's only the first half. This game's starting to get out of hands for Jeff Morgan here.
Yep. And again, California.
Jefferson Morgan really needs to come up with a plan this halftime.
For sure. And again, California only passing the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
But obviously when the run game's working, that's pretty much all you need to do.
Mm-hmm. They've only passed, 3 or 4 times in this game, if that.
Yeah, maybe
1 or
less.
2.
Yeah.
But still, the Jefferson Morgan Rockets offense just seems to be struggling with everything at this point. They can't. You got penalties, you got holding penalties, you have bad snaps, just a
fumbles,
bunch of fumbles. You have a bunch of mistakes that the Trojans are just capitalizing on.
Yeah, and they've made some great plays for each of the runs and passes that they've thrown. It's just California's really stepped up down the field.
California has really shown the Jefferson Morgan mistakes.
As Connor Vig will kick it. And
another big hit by Ethan Fike.
Lay him out, and there he is getting fired up. Caden Powell there to greet him. And it seems like he just pushed him, and he just fell right on his back.
He ran into a brick wall. That's what it looked like, honestly.
It's great.
Ethan Fike just lowered his shoulder a little bit and shoved him to the ground. It was a big hit there.
Great job by Ethan Fike as he continues to enlighten his already great game.
Yeah.
With just about 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes left in the first half.
So Rockets set up shop here at the 26-yard line. There's a handoff to Jonathan Wolf. So the Trojans seem to have an answer for Jonathan Wolf tonight.
And again, back to those big runs that almost resulted in touchdowns. It's just all about the Trojans' defense.
Yeah.
Staying with the play and just, creating some hope late in the drive.
So California calls timeout to assess some things with about 2 minutes left in the first half. And the Trojans have a very demanding lead, 39-6. And I was expecting this to be a little more of a closer game, but with Jefferson Morgan mistakes, it's just they've given California the chance to capitalize.
Yeah, and of course, California already, I think they just need to keep playing the way they've been playing. I think they just need to keep trying to score. Maybe throw the ball a little bit more in the second half.
Yeah, this is getting to the point where they can try different things. They don't have to give the ball to Zuzak every play.
Yeah, but
they don't have to have Stafford running every play.
Yeah,
they can try to pass because they obviously have that wiggle room in the score.
Yeah, and they have the talent. They can to complete big passes.
Stafford has a very, very good arm.
As does Jefferson Morgan.
Yeah, Stafford has a good arm, and as we've stated before, when he throws, he can connect with receivers.
First down, Jefferson Morgan. Great run there.
So that's Dalton Heath with the run.
Jeff Morgan is putting together a good drive so far, all the way up to the 38-yard line of their own with 1:45 left in the first half. As you see the Trojans sticking with their game plan with Nathan Savage guarding their 6'5" receiver.
And the ball was popped out.
Taken by
Quandre Porter. So that's like the fourth fumble of this game.
Yeah, and he just got the ball and he just took off. I mean, he wanted more than just that recovery and to give California the ball, and that's great.
And that's the Jefferson Morgan mistakes I'm talking about, where they are giving up the ball so easily.
Two good teams playing each other. It's just California has just taken more advantage of the loose balls, of course, as Dewani is in shotgun formation with two in the backfield. Hand off to Jaden, number 6. As he bullies his way.
Touchdowns on the night.
As he bullies his way, runs over a Jeff Morgan defender.
Jaden has a chance to set a school record tonight, which is very, very, very impressive. And I'm wondering if Coach Woods is going to let him do that.
I think that's a great opportunity as they have a 45-6 lead as the first half is still going on. I mean, we still have a whole nother half to play that will probably go a little bit quicker if the mercy rule comes out. And another good kick by Connor Vig. I mean, right between the pipes, right down the middle. As California is obviously, they've come into each game with a big chip on their shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a lot of different expectations for them against and their matchup between each team, and they've just come out and proven that they can control the momentum of any game and run up the score as they continue to do. As both special teams will come out. This has been a good game for both special teams as well. As the kick is underway.
And number 3, Kevin Teagarden is taken down.
As it'll be an interesting second half and fourth quarter for California if they continue to dominate the way they have been dominating. As more of the team will get another chance to prove themselves.
So Colt Fowler there takes it for a decent gain.
Yeah, as Donovan Davis gets in there on the tackle after a good 6-yard gain from Jefferson Morgan. Less than a minute to play in the first half. Jeff Morgan is definitely going to need to throw downfield a few times. Maybe take some shots at the end zone. Find a one-on-one and just attack it.
Yeah.
shotgun formation for Jeff Morgan. As they're running a one wide. As they'll throw it up to number 27.
And he
one-hands it.
connects.
And will go all the way. Tight coverage there. Just a great throw.
That was a great throw there by Colt Fowler.
More great plays. They're starting to improve on their connections. As Jeff Morgan will have another chance.
Nato Savage did like the best he could guarding him, Like,
yeah, that was just a
that
perfect
kid, again,
ball.
is 6'5", 190. And
yeah, and he had to reach for it, too.
Yeah, so.
I mean.
That was a good ball there by Colt Fowler.
Yeah, and just stayed on his feet,
Jeff
did
Morgan
a good
goes
job.
For 2.
Continuing to run. As the pass is
good
complete.
For 2.
Again, another great throw, great connection, perfect timing, and a good catch. As that will cut the lead to 46-14. Yeah.
So 45-14 with about 50 seconds left in the first half here.
Yeah,
Jaden Zuzak has 6 touchdowns and just about 300 rushing yards.
Giving California a 32-point lead. And, I mean, Damani Stafford
had that really nice run, too.
Yeah, coming alive here late in the first half. We saw some QB sneaks of him in the first quarter and the beginning of the second quarter, and then they started giving the ball to Jaden every play, and then they went back to Damani as he had a similar run to last week against Avella where he broke a few tackles going to the outside as Jefferson Morgan will kick it onside.
And there's a flag on the play. We're going to get onto the field for the call here. So here the referees are discussing what the call is going to be. To me, it looked like Addison Panapinto got hit early.
As he was going for the ball.
Yeah.
But they were making their way to midfield. And
Kick-catching interference on the kicking team. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Will be first on California.
And we were right.
So the Trojans set up again here with good field position, and I wonder if they can do a repeat of what they did last quarter and score right before half.
Just another big mistake by Jefferson Morgan, giving the Trojans the ball at the 34-yard line of the opposing team. As their offense will come back on. Anthony Hatchets, Quandre Porter, Nato Savage to wind up at the right.
Sets up in the shotgun position here.
As he will get the ball, throw it back to Jaden as he creates space. Finds open field to the middle. Will keep going.
Zuzak still on his feet and finally taken down.
And Jeff Morgan did a great job on that play.
Zuzak looks like he may be going and getting more touchdowns in this game.
Yeah, Jeff Morgan did everything they could. They did a great job, trying to trap him. It's just the middle was wide open, as well as California will call a timeout.
And California
discuss
calls
some
their
things
final
over.
timeout of the half. So with Jaden having almost 300 yards and 6 touchdowns, if you were Coach Woods, would you just let him go?
For sure. I definitely would. It's a big night if you're the senior running back, and I mean, he deserves it. I mean,
and this game and this season in general for Zuzak could honestly spark some offers from some schools.
definitely. As he was hurt last year a lot, missed some games, came back for the playoffs, had a big game. But
this year's been a big breakout year for
yeah,
him.
he's very California is very fortunate to have been healthy enough to be able to succeed.
And that's one thing that I think COVID may have helped.
Definitely. I mean,
With injuries.
more time to recover and get your body right. As Stafford will line up in the shotgun formation. Zuzak to the right of him.
Stafford
We'll
keeps
fake the
it.
pitch. We'll keep going. Some open field. Fakes another defender. And that's another touchdown.
Holding. Offense. And your penalty to the spot foul. Repeating first down.
As that play will come back.
So
But, I mean,
that does set the Trojans back a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal for
yeah, I
them.
don't think it's going to really affect them in a bad way at all. I mean, it's just more yards they have to get, and whenever they have to get more yards, I mean, that's when they're at their peak.
Yeah.
As they will set up.
Like earlier when Zuzak took that ball back from their own 5 all the way down the field.
Yep. As a standard formation. Addison Panabento line up with the fullback.
Zuzak.
Hand off to Jaden. Creates some
Jaden
space.
finds space.
Keeps
and he's getting
going.
help.
Shakes the defender that grabbed his shirt and will go all the way to about the 8-yard line.
8 seconds left in this quarter. Can Jaden score? That's the question right now. Can he score?
That's a great job. They have another chance to play off.
And
As that'll bring it then to the half as the clock continued to run after that run. But, I mean, still, I mean, they tried their hardest to score there. I mean, they got close. But
so
they
now
will
the
kick
Trojans
off.
have to kick the ball to the Rockets at the beginning of half.
I think that's good for Cal.
It may be, yeah.
They get to play defense first, and then, I mean, chances are just going to keep coming their way. I mean,
Yeah, for sure. And Jaden Zuzak, he has to be at 300 at this point. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the California Marching Band halftime show.
Clock operator, stop the clock.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the field your California Trojan Marching Band. COVID-19 made 2020 kind of boring, so we thought that we'd take you all out to a night at the movies. We'll be playing 4 hit tracks for movies across the years to put some fun back into life. The band is being led onto the field by our senior field commander, Raquel Rhodes, with drum majors Fiona Cribbins and Ariana Goodell. Ladies, is your band ready? Is that a bird? Is it a plane? It's leaping over buildings in a single bound. Originally scored by John Williams for the 1978 hit movie, Somebody Better Call Miss Lane at the Daily Planet because it's Superman, featuring solos from senior trumpet Jamie Gregg and senior baritone Jeremy Beckinger. Love can be a powerful force. All creatures respond to love, even those who live far off on the plains of Africa. Academy Award-winning, Golden Globe Award-winning, Grammy Award-winning, Elton John's classic from Disney's 1994 movie The Lion King, Can You Feel the Love Tonight?, featuring a solo from senior trumpet Jamie Gregg. We're in the business of show business out here, folks. We aim to please and keep you entertained just as good entertainers should. Next, the 2017 Golden Globe winning song, This Is Me by Keala Settle from The Greatest Showman, featuring a solo from senior baritone Jeremy Beckinger. Do you hear strange noises in the middle of the night? Do you have feelings of dread in your basement or attic? It's 1984 New York City and things are about to get pretty spooky. Ray Parker Jr. said it best, if there's something strange in your neighborhood, who you gonna call? Ladies and gentlemen, the California Area Trojan Marching Band. The band is under the direction of David Young, Assistant Director Pete Harris, Percussion Instructor Rob Berletich, Color Guard Instructor Carly Eisemenger, and Field Commander Instructor Gabby Mariscotti. The band and staff, thank you for all your support. God bless, and go Trojans.
Put 3 minutes on the clock, please. 3 minutes on the clock. Jefferson Morgan will receive the second half kick at the open end of the field.
And we are back, getting the second half underway. 46-14 score. California looking to keep things in control and hopefully close Jeff Morgan out, as they've just been putting up points in a very effective way each drive down the field. I mean, what do you think Cal needs to do to just improve and just keep everything going their way?
And, through the first half, Jaden with 6 touchdowns. Unofficially, he has 314 yards rushed on 11 carries this game, which is a very good stat. I'm pretty sure the school record for touchdowns is 10 in a game, and it's held by Casey Zychek.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if Jaden Zuzak is going to get the chance to break that tonight.
Definitely a shot as of right now.
He has 6 through the first half, so he keeps going like he was. He's going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And it all depends if Coach Woods lets him stay in the game. And
which he's in on defense right now, along with the rest of the Trojan starting lineup. You see Mason Sherlock at the top of your screen. Single coverage, handoff.
So Ethan Fike there with the stop on Jonathan Wolf.
He's everywhere.
Ethan Fike
is
all over the field, yeah. If Jaden was to break the school record tonight, that would be something pretty cool to see, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that'd be, and we could say we were the ones that called the game.
Yeah.
But, yeah, just regardless, just unbelievable performance that he put on, and really putting on a show for the home crowd here at Trojan Stadium.
Yeah, for his first game at home of this season, he's really shown out. As is everybody. Everyone's showing out tonight.
Yeah,
with
great team effort.
With their defense recovering 4 or 5,
going after every loose ball.
Yeah,
every ball in the air. I mean, they're just on it perfectly. As the ball's handed off again, we'll be taken back to the line.
And that brings up 4th.
Seth Rarica will bring him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
So it looks like the Rockets may be going for it here.
Yeah, they're going to have to. I mean, right now they have nothing to lose. So
and they're 2 yards from a first down. So
yeah, they can really get some momentum going on the drive, and if they can extend it, which they will have to convert right here, and QB sneak. It will be Matt Trenzo getting in there in the hit. Will go out of bounds.
Personal foul, late hit out of bounds on the defense. 15 yards to the end of the run. That will result in first down.
So the call was a hit out of bounds on the defense here. So that does help the Rockets,
Yeah, big mistake there for California. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
They just got to keep playing like they want it. I mean, which they have. I mean, they've been doing a good job stopping them. But Jeff Morgan is still alive with a chance to score and cut the lead. As he throws it deep. And the pass is intercepted
by Savage.
Another interception taken out to the 30, other side of the field, all the way to the 40, 45. And he is brought down by a number of Jefferson Morgan on offense players.
So they get a penalty and they get the ball right back.
Just a quick change of events right there. I mean,
yeah.
When something goes wrong for California, they're very good at responding in the the best way possible. I mean, just a great read. Perfect way to get under the ball there for Nathan O'Savage. As him and Anthony Hatchets will line up at the bottom of the screen, running 2 wide standard formation. His handoff will go to Jaden, and he breaks loose.
And
he's
Zuzak,
gone, almost tripped
touchdown.
up, stays on his feet. Touchdown, California.
And that is number 7 on the night. Jaden Zuzak. There is a flag on the play here.
Holding offense. 22. 10-yard penalty, slow foul.
So Jaden's big run there.
Yeah, I mean,
it's taken right back.
California still has the ball.
They still have the ball, and Jaden still has a chance to get that back.
Of course. I mean,
but Matt Trunzo on the hole there.
Yeah, big mistake, but they just have to keep responding to all of the errors and make it into something better with a big play. Monty will be in standard formation. Jeff Morgan is blitzing. Jaden Zuzak will get past a number of defenders, but will eventually be brought down. Colt Fowler there on the tackle. So second down and 1. I mean, it's the perfect opportunity for California to come up with something big here. As they stay in the huddle for a little bit longer than they normally would. Maybe they...
I wonder if they're going to stick with Zuzak here. If
yeah,
they're
they
try to
definitely
switch it up to Stafford.
Definitely something up their sleeves right here as Jeff Morgan is about to blitz.
And Stafford keeps it and is taken down for no gain.
A loss of yards on the play. Will be sacked by Owen Madish.
So Owen Madish, the big guy, is taking down Stafford there.
I mean, yeah, he's been pretty valuable for Jeff Morgan's defense, especially in the first half. I mean, some big stops. He's really held his ground well.
So Panapinto and Zuzak are both in the backfield.
Might want to throw the ball here. Give it a chance as Jeff Morgan will send everybody. Stafford escapes a sack. We brought down.
Taken down for a huge loss, and he's very frustrated. Stafford frustrated and taking his and he's yelling at his lineman there.
They will get another chance. Third and very long, or fourth down actually. Ball is snapped. They'll punt it. Punt is blocked. Recovered by Jefferson Morgan and Matt
Jefferson
Trunzo.
Morgan's coming out firing on all cylinders here in the second half.
Or Zachary Galletti gets there on the tackle.
So Zuzak's
a little bit of a rough drive there.
Yeah, Zuzak's 50-yard run got taken back for a hold, and it's coming back to bite him.
Yeah, and a huge loss of yards there on third down. I mean, the Trojans' offensive line just fell apart right there.
Yeah.
Flag on the play.
So there was a flag on the play there, and we'll go onto the field here for the call.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness after the play, number 1. Defense, half the distance to the goal line results in a first down.
So Damani Stafford there with the unnecessary roughness. Looks like he's just taking his frustration out on everybody now.
Yep.
Colt Fowler keeps it.
Runs, finds some open space.
He's in there for the touchdown. He
rolling
reaches
out
the ball
left,
in.
and he scored a touchdown.
So Colt Fowler now. Colt Fowler and his offense seem to be capitalizing on Trojan mistakes.
Touchdown to Jefferson Morgan to cut the lead. Now they have 20 points with a chance to increase that number right here as they will line up for the point after. They're going for 2 actually. Shotgun for formation, 3 in the backfield. Handoff.
And he's in. Jonathan Wolf.
2-point conversion is good. So Jefferson Morgan, great start to the first half.
Yeah.
They're all playing very well together.
They forced Stafford back a lot on that huge loss, and Stafford got angry at his line and ended up taking his anger out on Jefferson Morgan and ended up getting a penalty for it. So
Jeff Morgan's defense just had California beat on those last couple of plays, and a much-needed score there for Jefferson Morgan.
Yeah, for sure.
They are now slowly climbing their way back.
So back to receiver for the Trojans is Quandre Porter, Jaden Zuzak, and Nate O'Savage. And kicking off for the Rockets is Owen Matich. Nate O'Savage gets it.
Still going. And will be brought down at the 30. Brought down by Gage Falcon, the guard for Jefferson Morgan.
So let's see if Damani Stafford can regroup and kind of get out of his head here.
Yeah, he really needs to just redeem himself, and the Trojans' offensive line definitely needs to redeem themselves.
The ref is having a talk with him right now.
As a whole. As both teams are getting ready for a new set of downs on a new drive.
Head referee Todd McCollum has just had a talk with both huddles there.
Yeah, things seem to be getting a little chippy as we approach 5:43 left in the third. Stafford in shotgun formation. Hands off to Zuzak and gets a short gain of about 1 or 2.
So even though Zuzak's touchdown got called back, he's still gaining yards, you know. Like he's still probably close to about 330, 340 right now.
Yeah, he's going at it all game.
Which is a spectacular game.
As long as he's out there, I mean, he's going to put on a show and just be great. As he's been all season.
By the Trojans here.
Timeout, California. Their first of the half.
So as the Trojans call a timeout here, Damani Stafford, he really caused that touchdown there. He was being very emotional on the field, and I understand his frustration.
Yes. But, I mean,
you gotta let things go sometimes, you know what I mean? And
yeah, I mean,
because that ended up causing that or hurting
if you're California, you're up 24. I mean, if you make a mistake, penalty, I mean, you just have to move on to the next play. I mean, which they are about to get a snap the ball on second down. I mean, Jeff Morgan's defense has really played with more heart, it seems like. In the second half, they seem to all be coming together and playing with us.
Almost seems like the Trojans think this is going to be like a cakewalk. I mean, the Rockets have come out firing, and the Trojans have almost seemed dead, besides Jaden Zuzak's one run.
Yeah.
And Damani Stafford being a leader as a quarterback, he can't be reacting like that. He steps back to pass.
As he will step back to throw the ball.
And it was his arm was hit by Owen Maddich there, so
it will fall incomplete.
As a leader, though, Damani Stafford can't be reacting like that.
Not at all. But I'm sure at the same time, I mean, that'll, help his team in a way. I mean, they'll want to change some things that they did on the previous drive and fix them. As Damani's in shotgun formation, Jefferson Morgan's defense still moving around.
Bad snap.
Low snap. Stiffs armed a defender and will keep running. And a good gain there for Damani as he'll pick up the first down and a lot more as he'll keep going.
Fights through.
And he lost the football. And it will go out of bounds. Wow. That was very scary right there. A fumble after, you have space. But overall, besides the fumble, I mean, great run by
Kevin Teagarden really caught up with Stafford there and almost punched the ball out as he dove.
Yeah, he had a really good hand on it too. I mean, Damani had it to his right. I mean, it gave the defender a perfect chance, but
Inside block. 22 on the arm.
we have a penalty.
So that even sets the Trojans back even more.
And we have a penalty.
It was a blindside block.
The result of the play is still a first down.
As the Trojans get a first down, we'll see if Zuzak can get another opportunity as Cole Wolpink is at quarterback right now. Pitch to Zuzak, gets some open space.
He has a blocker.
He will keep going.
There's a flag on the field once again.
Another penalty on the play.
Another big run as Cole Wolpink came on the field. Stafford is either hurt or looks like he may be hurt.
Holding close to his right hip, it looks like.
Walking it back. Offense. For 3. 10-yard penalty. Foul. Still first down.
So Trojans now are just shooting themselves in the foot here with penalties.
Yeah, and then it's really costing them a good drive right now. I mean obviously
the score is there's a big margin in the score here, but too many penalties that can catch up to you kind of quick.
Yeah, obviously.
As you see, the Trojans have put up those points fairly quickly as well, so there's nothing stopping Jeff Morgan from doing it.
Yeah, just a very rusty start for the second half of California, and a really good start for Jeff Morgan in the second half.
Spins Jonathan Wolf out of his shoes there.
And will fight his way back to around the line of scrimmage. Small gain on the play. Owen Maddich there on the tackle.
So there California does pick up a first down. And
still life here for California,
yeah,
regardless
still
of
life, even
all the mistakes, penalties, and loss of yards. I mean,
And Stafford still seems to
they're
be
in a good
hurting here,
position. Yeah.
as Cole Wolpink is in at quarterback.
Hopefully he's all right as he is walking it out right now along the sidelines. Cole Wolpink
Hand off to
will
Zuzak.
hand it off to Zachary Galletti.
Or Zachary Galetti, I'm sorry.
We'll get a gain on the play of about 3. Mason McNett on the tackle. The 5'11 guard
And here comes Zuzak back into the game.
on offense.
I think Zuzak just needed a breather there.
Yeah. He's taken a bunch of hits this game, and I mean,
So this is a very big night for Zuzak. You know, he has 6 touchdowns. He has about 350 yards receiving, which is insane.
yeah, Jeff Morgan. I mean, the game's going to be a lot longer now that Jeff Morgan has scored and stopped the Trojans. So
Yeah, and
I mean,
here with the timeout, maybe they're going to figure out a way with Zuzak back in the game. They're going to figure out a way how to stop him. And here now both teams take the field once again. Stafford's still on the sideline.
Addison Panapinto lined up at fullback.
Hand off to Jaden
And off to
Zuzak.
Jaden Zuzak, and he
Jaden
breaks
Zuzak.
loose. And
Shoving defenders out of the way, and
he'll be
he's
tackled at
taken
the 9
down.
after he shoves a defender and breaks a trip.
Jaden Zuzak there with a huge run.
Very impressive run, doing it all on his own right there, as he was met in traffic by a bunch of Jefferson Morgan defenders.
And Owen Madich had that tackle, so.
And a great job staying with him as well if you're
Yeah.
Jefferson Morgan. First and goal for California. Again, we've only seen a little bit of them in the red zone because all their touchdowns usually
they've been
are
longer runs,
from
so.
long runs, but they will give it to
And there's
Zuzak,
Zuzak.
and he'll break up the middle. And he is still going, still on his feet. Maybe a little bit short, but good run either way.
So Jaden, it seemed like he got in there, but
Yeah.
must have been just a little bit short. So he's positioned, or their offense is positioned there about the 1. And Jaden does look very tired out there.
4 players in the backfield, 1 wide for California.
And Zuzak just stands in the backfield.
And Ethan Fike with the touchdown. His first rushing touchdown of the year.
That's a new player there in the backfield for the Trojans.
Yeah, he's a great weapon in the red zone. Obviously, he's very strong. And
Yeah, so Fike with his first touchdown on the year, possibly in his whole career, I think.
yeah, also his first carry of the year
his
and
first
the
carry
game.
of the year.
Very impressive. Just got the ball and just, you know, it was a bit of a trick play there if you're California.
Yeah. You know, you don't see a linebacker usually get the ball like him.
As Connor Vegas coming out right now for the extra point. And the extra point is blocked. A little bit short. But California has just reached 52 points. A lot of that having to do with their success in the first half, even though they had a slow start to the second half. They've really picked things up and are climbing their way back on top. If I'm California, I'm getting as many players involved as I can. I mean,
for sure.
In a varsity football game on Friday night, I mean, that's just going to build confidence on your younger
players. It looks
players.
like they put in Caden Powell and Aiden Loudon now out here on defense. Also, Spencer Petrucci is out there.
Trojans set to kick off. Jefferson Morgan set to return. They need a big return here. They need to get out to at least like the 40, which will help them. As he takes off, shakes the defender. As Mason Shalk and Ethan Fike will bring him down at about the 30-yard line. Great job by both of them getting in there, making the stop.
Good kick by Connor Big, too. It really put it downfield.
For sure. Made it to the 10-yard line, I think.
We have an injury in the field.
Number 18, Ewing Jefferson.
So, it looked like an ankle injury to me, but it was very quick, so Rockets take the ball here at 29. As Colt Fowler steps back to pass and airs it out.
Throws a deep shot. Looks.
And it's intercepted by Nathan O'Savage. That's his second of the game.
I think it's his third.
And maybe his third.
Yeah, and he had one over there.
Nathan O'Savage coming up the field
towards
limping.
the Trojans' end zone, one at the 50, and now just got another one. Very impressive night. I mean, a great part in the Trojan secondary. I mean, he's a huge part to why
Nathan Savage looks like he has a cramp possibly.
To why they're so great.
So everybody on the California sideline is cramping up now. With Jaden Zuzak on the field getting stretched out by a player and Nathan O'Savage on the sideline getting stretched out by a coach.
Jeff Morgan walking to their sideline as well.
Now Jaden Zuzak has to come out for a play. And Zachary Galletti goes in at running back.
Yeah, he's had some carries this game.
Yeah, for sure.
Has helped the Trojans get down the field, not only with his running, but with his blocking the run and giving the QB time.
There's a pitch to Zach.
As he makes some space, cuts the middle, hits the inside. And there's some daylight here for number 32, Zach Galletti.
And for the big run, Zachary Galletti showing out as a freshman.
It's a big drive for
and two Jefferson Morgan players are down the field.
It's a big drive for California to start things off, as they are very close to putting the game away as we have another injury on the field.
It seems to be a lot of players are getting hurt or cramps this game.
Yeah, and hopefully
they're all okay. You know,
they're all fine. And
he had Zuzak who got a cramp when they were just about to start, going, and O'Savage who looks like he may have a cramp after getting tackled off the interception. And there was a play before that where Jeff Morgan
player. Looks like he had an ankle injury. And now another Jeff Morgan player is down.
That's 83, Caden Maskell. And number 13, Colt Fowler.
So as both teams take the field once again, Zuzak is back in at running back.
And it'll stay California football after that huge run by the freshman Zach Aletti, number 32.
So Zuzak's in the backfield.
Cole Wolpink in the standard formation. Rolls out
He's looking
right.
to pass.
There's pressure.
Cole Wolpink's pass is incomplete intended for Caden Powell there. So Zuzak seems like he's become awful tired throughout this game. I mean, he has 6 touchdowns and a ton of rushing yards.
Yeah.
As Caden Powell is taken out of the game.
As he's on the field right now, lined up in the backfield at running back. Standard formation. Jeff Morgan sending pretty much their entire defense, as Jaden will get another big gain.
There. I think there's a flag on that play, so we'll go onto the field for the call.
Illegal formation. Offense. 5 in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
So, illegal formation in the backfield. Penalties here, now hurting the Trojans once again.
As we approach 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Another standard formation. Single coverage at the bottom of your screen.
Pitch to Zuzak.
Pitch to Zuzak.
Finds a hole.
Finds a hole. We'll keep going.
And he's in for 7.
And he looks like he's going to go all the way for the touchdown, California.
Jaden Zuzak is 3 away from tying a school record here.
I mean, he looks tired, but I mean,
he does look very tired.
Yeah, I mean, and I can tell because of everything he's put into California's lead. And they are a stop away from pretty much putting the game away.
Yeah. Connor Vig lines up for the extra point, and it's good.
Held by number 18, Jake Leahy, the freshman. As Connor's kick is good right down the middle once again.
So Jaden Zuzak has 7 touchdowns on the night in the last 3 games. He has 17 touchdowns in the last 3 games.
As he is,
that's how many the team had.
Yeah.
Coming into this game.
As close.
I apologize. Yeah, that's how many the team had in total coming into this game.
He appears to be very close to 400 yards as well.
So Jaden Zuzak here is very close to setting a school record.
I mean, California's about to kick off, and
that's the end of the third quarter.
As the end of the third, Jefferson Morgan will receive the football at the beginning of the fourth quarter. So, just an all-around great game for California.
Yeah.
A bunch of mistakes that they can improve on going into next week. But, I mean,
a bunch of mistakes that fortunately were not that costly. You know?
I mean, yeah, they all went their way to continue to drive as they just kept pushing. And I mean, that just shows the strength of California. And Jefferson.
So Jaden Zuzak here, coming into the fourth quarter, has 7 touchdowns with 356 rushing yards.
Yeah, and he just, I mean, very hard to bring down as he is just kept running on every play to the max as the kick is caught, and it'll be a lateral to number 18, Ewing Jamison.
That's a big hit there by Mason Sherlock.
Tackled by Mason Sherlock.
But there is a flag on the play, so we're going to go onto the field for the call once again.
Blocking the back. 20, the receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, Jefferson Morgan.
So Zuzak now is he's about to tie a school record for us.
One more
touchdown.
As the Trojans have 59 with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. So.
Gain of 5, second down.
So Zuzak throughout this game has 19 carries, 414 yards with 7 touchdowns. That is a pretty good stat line for a game. Hand up to Jonathan Wolf, taken down in the backfield. So So we do believe that the school record is 8 touchdowns in a game. So I'm interested to see if Zuzak will break that tonight. At least tie it.
Yeah, and I think he could do it. I mean, he's put the Trojans offense on his back for especially a bunch of plays where he had big runs. And, I mean, Jeff Morgan's just they've done everything they could. I mean, they've played good defense. It's just hard to, they just had a hard time containing him and trying to stop him. So Jeff Morgan picks up a first down as California will blitz. It'll be a false start against the offense. Little early jump.
Prior to snap, full start, 70 offense. 5-yard penalty, repeat first snap.
I never stopped. Yeah. That's what he said. He said, if I do, you still have the clock running. Nothing against you. I'm like, okay, good.
First and 15.
Back to throw. And a good throw and a nice catch. There's Caden Maskill getting some reps at quarterback. And he seemed very calm there on that first throw as he delivered it perfectly to the middle of the field.
He's taken down short of the first down.
Matt Trunzo getting in there on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 1. And we'll get a timeout by California. See if they can hold Jefferson Morgan as they will discuss it over right now.
So Jaden Zuzak is 1 away from the school record. He's from tying it.
Yep.
And I'm curious to see if Coach Woods is going to put him in on offense here, or if he's going to be done for the game. It seems like Coach Woods has taken a lot of the starters out of the game. So Jaden Zuzak puts up 6 touchdowns in the first half.
And he will just pick it up as we have approached the 6-minute mark in the 4th quarter. Score 59-22, Trojans on top.
So the Jefferson Morgan Rockets really let this game get out of hand very quickly.
Slip away, yeah, just
a lot of small mistakes, penalties.
Yeah, California did run off the clock a little. A lot when they had the ball.
So we have a flag on the play here. We're going to go on the field for the call.
Illegal motion, offense. A penalty is declined. Second down.
So that brings up second down still for the Rockets here.
Ball is snapped back to throw. Will be number 83, Caden Maskill.
So all the defense that is out there right now is primarily freshman and sophomore.
For sure. So we have freshman Freddie Sherman and sophomore Aiden Loudon lined up in the secondary. Ball high snap, and the throw is deflected and intercepted
by Spencer Petrucci.
Spencer Petrucci with the interception, still going, and he will be brought down at the 5-yard line. Spencer Petrucci with a nice return after the pick.
So Jaden Zuzak is staying on the sideline now. But Spencer Petrucci with that great pick and gained a lot of yards after that. So the Trojans now set up shop here on the 5-yard line.
Timeout, Jefferson Morgan.
As Jefferson Morgan calls timeout.
That is their third and final timeout.
So I think Zuzak is done for tonight, and with only 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game, I think he's done. And he had a spectacular night with 7 touchdowns and 414 rushing yards with only 19 touches.
Of course, just well-deserved victory for California as time winds down. And you could tell Jaden coming into the game, I mean, he really just wanted to make a statement for
so I think
his team and the other team as well.
I think with this big game tonight for him, if he actually does get 400+ yards, that puts him over 1,000 yards in 4 games.
Yeah, very impressive. I mean, and the season is like just about halfway over, and still a lot of football to be played.
In the West Green game, they didn't play due to COVID with Spencer Petrucci in for the touchdown. So Spencer Petrucci there gets his first high school touchdown.
And a great job by the entire offensive line, creating space from the rollout left on the handoff.
Are they going to go for 2? It looks like they're going to go for 2 here. So yeah, if the West Green game would have never gotten canceled, I'm curious how many yards Jaden would have on the season already. So the Trojans now lead the Jefferson Morgan Rockets 65-22 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game. Yeah, I'd say from this point, Jeff Morgan's a little out of this game.
For sure.
There's no shot at them coming back.
Yeah, down 43. I mean, they put up a good fight, but I mean, California just kept answering.
Yep. A lot of turnovers that caused the score to be this.
Went on a huge California run as
Looks like Aiden Loudon is going to kick the ball off today, or here. Never seen
something new to see.
Yeah, I've never seen Aiden Loudon kick before, so he could be good.
As you see the new number 68, Donald Deems, at the bottom of your screen. The ball bounces twice. And number 68, Donald Deems on him with a big hit.
Aiden Loudon gets under his feet and trips him up, and Donald Deems takes him down from the top. And so California defense here with their
they're giving it everything they have.
Yeah, with their JV players, and they're not doing too bad. They're still stopping Jeff Morgan.
Still another drive to be put in. Jefferson Morgan, let's see if they can just score a touchdown or get some big runs as they need.
For sure.
Just to end the game on a high note.
With only 96 seconds left in this game, I'm curious to see what if Jeff Morgan's really going to try to put an effort forth to score again.
Yeah, it's the last drive. I mean, nothing to lose. Just, no pressure either. But as the ball is snapped, rolling out right.
And he's taken down for about no gain. That's number 83, Caden Maskell.
Noah Neal got in there on the tackle, number 85.
See you guys. Okay, take care. See you.
Caden Maskell keeps the ball once again.
Aiden Loudon there on the tackle. As we have 25 seconds left, and that should do it.
And that, I think that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen, for the Rockets here.
As the Trojans get the victory, final score, Trojans 65, Jefferson Morgan 22, and a fantastic home opener.
Yeah, for sure, fantastic. They played good as a team. They were a big part. Like, everybody played a part.
For sure.
Their defense just on top of everything.
And overall,
their offense was firing on all cylinders as well.
Overall, just great to be back under the Friday Night Lights here at Trojan Stadium.
Everybody, I think, enjoyed seeing the Trojans here back at Trojan Stadium.
For sure, and it's They made a statement here tonight.
Yeah, for sure they did. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for tuning in to Trojan TV. Catch us on Monday at 7:45 a.m. for the news. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday if you would like. My name is Jordan Kearns, and this is Drew Thomas. And for Trojan TV, we're signing out. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen.